Okay. Hello, exhibition development folks and people. Welcome to the very first uh, assignment that you have in preparation for the start of the module in November. I know that it's a little early to start, but some people have already asked for things to be reading and doing over the summer. So this is basically just an explanation of one of the things that you have to do. Because it's easier to describe it than it is to write an incredibly long email that will then describe it. And it has to do with an exhibition evaluation document that you'll be able to find in Moodle. And basically there's a long list of things that you can have in, it's about 3 pages that you would have in exhibitions, and then next to it is a 1 through 5 that you give it a grade from very good to very bad or somewhere in the middle, or a 0 meaning that it didn't exist in the exhibition or that you didn't have a chance to use it. So for instance, if they offer tours, then whether they're good or not, but just being able to see that there are tours that are offered or not. This tool as an evaluation tool is primarily to be able to begin to make you sensitive to issues that are in exhibition making and in exhibition development that actually have a lot to do with how well an exhibition functions. And it can be things very content oriented, like whether or not the text is interesting to read from a content perspective, but it can also be very mundane. Also important things like is it easy enough to find the toilets, and are the toilets in an area where you have to pay to get to them or not, things like this. You can, I'm going to upload this so that it is a Word document, so feel free to change it as you see fit, but hopefully people will be able to just print it out and take it with you when you go to an exhibition and use it as a way of refining your eye as you go to see these exhibitions. I think that it will be fairly self-explanatory. There's one section at the end that's called Joker, which is all of the things that didn't really fit in anywhere else, but they're important anyway. There also is a last section, which is questions or comments that were heard from other visitors. This is something that actually people who work in visitor studies have found, and it's really quite interesting, is that you can get very close standing next to other visitors and hear what they have to comment on an exhibition. Or you can ask them, what did you think of an exhibition? And people will very willingly answer you, or also very willingly let you kind of listen into what it is that they have to say, even when you're writing it down. It's an interesting phenomenon. You can try it out. But that way you can also tune into the evaluation that other people have of the exhibition that you are looking at. I would very much encourage you to take a look at a broad range of exhibitions, including ones that you normally would not go to, because sometimes you can find really interesting things outside of your comfort zone when you're looking at how well or how not well things have been done. So that will be available on Moodle. Also, there's quite a bit of reading material. It's all suggested. You can take a look and see what works and what doesn't work for your interests. There's a couple of literature lists in there as well. You'll be getting more reading material as the modules go by, and so don't worry, there will be plenty of things to see and to do and to read. One thing in preparation as well for the evaluations is that your first assignment for the course, which we'll be explaining and talking about during the first module, is going to be a wissenschaftliche Werk, a scholarly assignment written about a theme of your choice. And most of the time what people write about is a question that they have found through the evaluations. So for instance, how does PR and communication work with an exhibition in reaching a target audience? What's the best ways of working with text inside of exhibitions? What is the phenomena between lighting and the amount of light that is allowed for certain conservatorially difficult objects, and people not being able to see in the exhibition anymore because it's so dark, things like this. And so just to let you know, as you're thinking about these evaluations that you're doing, you also will be finding something that you want to begin researching that will be eventually your first assignment. So welcome to exhibition development. I look forward to meeting you all in November, and we will be able to communicate via Moodle and some other ways as well. And have a great summer.